So Judge Marchand in the Manhattan District's election interference hush money case, where Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies of falsifying business records to hide the hush money payment to Stormy Daniels, um, Judge Marchand has kicked the can down the road. He has delayed the sentencing till November 26th. It was scheduled for the 18th. Now it's on the 26th of November after the election. He also was supposed to rule either, I think it was today or Monday or something, on whether or not to dismiss the case based on the Supreme Court's immunity decision. He kicked that decision out to November 12th, also past the election. And he did so reluctantly. He even said in his opinion, in his ruling, that he was doing it to avoid the appearance that it was affected by the election in which Donald Trump was a candidate. However, any conflict created by the election is of Donald Trump's own doing, because if he would have been sentenced on July 11th as originally planned, the election wouldn't have been a factor. But Donald Trump asked for a delay, it got kicked out to here, and now we're up against the election. Now, before you get all mad thinking Donald Trump's going to get away with everything, I think this is worse for Donald Trump. Now, why? Well, first of all, he's not giving in and saying, well, immunity, you're free and clear. That's not going to be a thing. And since he's kicking that ruling out till November 12th, if he was going to rule that the immunity affected this decision and the case was vacated, he just would have done that. That would have been the end of it. I think that indicates that the judge has already decided on his ruling that he's not going to dismiss the case based on immunity, but because of the upcoming election, he doesn't want it to appear that he was making a political decision, so he's delaying that ruling until after. Now, as far as sentencing, again, I think this increases the likelihood that Donald Trump gets prison time. Why? By kicking it out after the election, there's nothing preventing Donald Trump from going to prison. Anytime beforehand, they had to weigh the idea of potentially jailing a presidential candidate and a major party nominee prior to an election. Now, I think this just ups the chances that they are going to give Donald Trump significant jail time. And even if they would have sentenced him prior to the election, he may have been out on his own recognizance, pending appeal, etc. Now, that may also be off the table because he's not a presidential candidate. So we will see what happens, but I don't think this helps him. I think it only hurts him because the only thing protecting him at this point is the fact that he's running for president, and he won't be a candidate after the election because I believe he is going to lose this election, and then it won't matter. Now, he may try to say he's running for 2028, but people are going to say that's 4 years away. That doesn't matter, and that won't protect him anymore. So this may actually be really bad news for Donald Trump. Don't freak out thinking that he got away with anything, because he may have actually screwed himself worse.